guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kate Mbote, and I'm your favorite young life coach. And guys, today I want us to talk about generational traumas. Have you noticed that children who are brought up in environments like abuse and violence and all those kind of things tend to carry it to in the existence of their life, like their life has to either be they are engaging in activities of fight in school, violence in school, or pro to violence, like anything small triggers them to violent activities. Drug abuse, like alcohol, whereby kids grew up in a family where parents used to drink alcohol. They have more exposure to taking alcohol as a way of solving things, or getting tired and don't identifying that they are actually carrying generational traumas. This comes with whereby somebody develops something as a mechanism of solving problems, but do not know that they are carrying it down the line. Let's talk about family and how family can cause you to have generational traumas. Let's think that your parents are in a marriage, and whereby your dad is a drunkard, used to beat your mom up, and then now your mom gets out of your father's house, and you're left with your grandma, or you go to your grandma, or either sides, your father's or your mother's side. And then in that place, there's no care, there's no caring in the world. Like, they feel like you're a nuisance or a bother. But there's an incident where your mom couldn't leave you with your dad because he couldn't take care of you, and has to leave you with your grandma to go work in order to be able to provide for you. What comes with that is self doubt, esteem issues. You feel like you have to seek validations in all your relationship, whereby you're not satisfied with who you are or with yourself, because you think that you can never be enough. You're trying to find reassurance, you're trying to find fatherly love, you're trying to find motherly love, you're trying to feel like you are enough for somebody to love you. And so, what you keep going out there to seek is validation, and which by causes you to have bad relationships. And also, most of the time, if we are not going to identify that the things that we are carrying generational traumas, we are broken, we need to repair ourselves and rebuild to ensure that our kids do not have to go through the same things, then we might be passing down generational traumas. It's good to identify if there is a problem in order for you to heal it. And it's okay for you to actually notice that you might not have been brought up in the right way. There might have been a problem in how your parents cared for you. If you felt like your parents did not love you enough, you don't have to go seeking validation. You don't have to go seeking to be loved enough by either your partners or anyone out there. You have to start by working with your self-esteem and loving yourself enough, and working on your childhood traumas, identifying that they were there, and how you can seek healing in order to ensure that you are able to do gentle parenting on your next on on your kids, so that you can be the bridge to healing generational traumas to your future generation. It's your responsibility to ensure that you're creating a healthy and a well established future for your kids, emotionally and financially. It's not for you to keep blaming your parents for the problems, how they couldn't provide for you. Take it up upon yourself to ensure that your kids do not blame you for the same things. Make sure that you are healed enough. Make sure that you're not rushing into parenthood, just to be a parent. Well, you know that you cannot provide a good ground for parenthood, and also ensuring that you are actually in a relationship whereby you are not a piece of work. Like, somebody has to deal with your trauma, somebody has to deal with trying to establish your esteem And you find that there's so much anxiety in relationship because people do not believe that they are enough. People do not believe that somebody can actually love them enough because they didn't get that love from their parents. They did not get that love as they were growing up from their guardian. And so there is that self-doubt, there's that estimation, there's that anxiety of having one not believing in themselves. And so it's upon you yourself to take it upon yourself to ensure that you're not passing down generational traumas. If your dad was a drunkard and your grandfather was a drunkard and so passed it down to your dad, it's not for you to do that. If your grandmother was a violent woman and passed it down to your mom and she was a very violent person, there was no room for communication, there was no room for you to actually express your feelings. If you talked, you are said to be a bother. You were beaten up as a kid, and you feel like you are not treated the way you should have, as the way a child should have been treated. You are just a kid. You are supposed to express your feelings. You are supposed to cry. You're not supposed to be beaten up for crying. You're supposed to be actually listened to in order to be able to express your emotions. It's okay for you to feel that you're not treated the right way when you are a kid, but it's your job to ensure that you are doing better for yourself, help to repair yourself in order for you to rebuild your future generations. And so, guys, do not forget to subscribe and like the video because we are breaking generational traumas.